When I was young, never had a brain for trees. Slush puppy kids swap brain for freeze. ES the game changer, I changed degrees. Cause a blizzard.
What's up guys, GullibleGaming here, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how I make my thumbnails and how you guys can make your thumbnails in Photoshop. Okay, so you're going to want to start out with a blank page. So what I'm actually going to do here is just close out that and Control N and make a new document thing. And basically we want to make the width 1280, height 720, make sure that's on pixels, and then resolution 72, and make sure it's transparent. And then I just saved it as a preset. So once you've done that, it'll open up, it'll look like this. And you're going to want to open up a background picture. So you can go File, Place, not File Open, it's File Place. And then you find your images. I would highly recommend that you guys do this, is make a folder in your pictures called graphics, where you have all of your images for doing things like thumbnails. So I have this folder called graphics, and this is where I have it. And so I'm just going to use a picture that, so what I do is in Sony Vegas, I render the video. Right before I hit the render button, I hit the picture, or the snapshot button, at a certain frame in my video. So let's say I wanted to do the VMP kill right here. I just save that as the frame, and then I open it up in Photoshop once I'm ready to do my thumbnail. So the first thing I do is make this a little bit bigger, like that, and then scooch it over so that it fits correctly. This is actually a really bad image. As you can see, I forgot to disable resample, and this is really bad. So I'm actually going to redo this because this one's bad. So let's see, File, Place. I think I'm gonna do, I could do throwing a concussion, or I have so many different thumbnail things I can use just to do this one, but normally I would already have it saved. I'm gonna do this, storytime getting attacked by bear, same exact picture. This picture is actually a lot smaller. If you're doing it in Sony Vegas, it should be the right size, but this picture is actually a lot smaller for me. So let's make that perfect size, boom, and that looks perfect. So one thing I like to do is cut out the person, because usually my pictures, I have me shooting at a person. So sometimes I'll cut out the person, but that really kind of depends on how the text is going to go. So let's add in some text. Let's throw in, let's say, look what I just hit, or what did I just hit, actually, yeah. What did I is perfect. So that's going to be the first row. If you guys are wondering how to do rows, it looks just like this. This is how I do pretty much all of mine. I put it kind of at a slant, and then I just type in hit. A few exclamation points, because, yeah. And then, since it's hit, it's going to be big. It's going to be what did I just freaking hit? Oh my god, I just hit that. What did I just hit? So, actually, you know what? I'm going to bump that up because it'll look better if it's closer. And then, the character is now getting covered up. So, I'm actually going to do it. The video should be fast forwarding, and all you're really going to want to do is get the polygonal lasso tool. If you've never used Photoshop, it should look something like this. As a little lasso thing. Just right click on it, or left click and just hold it down, and then it'll open. You just want to go polygonal lasso tool, and you just want to cut out the guy. So Control plus and just zoom in, and basically this is all you have to do. I'm gonna start right here. Starting is always the hardest thing for me to do, to find a good spot to start, because it really doesn't matter, but sometimes I just have trouble finding a good spot. And then you're gonna want to have this be pretty precise. So I'm gonna fast forward the video here, and it's gonna be me just cutting this thing out. As you can see, there's this little red ring here from the purifier. That doesn't matter. That'll all get cut out too. There might be a little bit of red on the legs, but it's okay. Make sure that you're starting in the right layer, because I started in the wrong layer, meaning that I had to start all over, and you don't want to have to start all over because that's just a pain. So make sure that you're doing it in the background layer, because if you're tracing in a different layer, like the text layer, well, this is not going to turn out very well. And it does not have to be perfect. That's a really important thing. Your thumbnails, it's just a thumbnail. It doesn't have to be the most amazing perfection you've ever done in your life. It does not have to be like that. I mean, if you were doing this for money, maybe, but if you're just doing this just for a little thumbnail for a video, you know, this does not have to be perfect. It really, and it's okay if you mess up while you're tracing it, because you can always go back and fix it. As you can see, I made a humongous little gap right there. That's okay. I just have to switch over to the minus it from the selection. Boom. Bam. So as you can see, I've cut out this entire thing just like this, and now all you want to do is press Control C and Control V. That'll paste it as a new layer. Drag that to the top, and then put these things back in, and it will be on top. So that's going to be really, really cool. Now, all you're going to want to do is add some font and stuff to your text. Add some cool effects. So, let's do that. Having it behind there also adds a little bit of effect if it's farther back, but it's not farther back. So yeah, let's go to the hit thing. We can just start. Actually, I'm start on this one. Just click on the FX and then do drop shadow. When you're on the drop shadow, you're going to want to make sure that's checked, and you can copy down the my settings if you would like. It should look something like that. I'm getting another text. Sorry about that. Okay, so you're going to want to then copy down my settings and then go into gradient overlay and stroke. Stroke you can copy down my settings too, and gradient you can copy down my settings. Let's go to gradient and change the gradient. So I'm actually going to do a yellow to green because those are my favorite. Yellow to green. And that doesn't really look right because the sun is coming in from back over here. And so having the green on the top just doesn't look right. Oh, but now I have to redo it. Nope, you just want to select the little box, click reverse, and we're done. I actually did that on purpose just to show you guys. And let's say that it was already checked and then you want it to be the other way, you can just uncheck it. So yeah, you can always do that. And now, okay. And now, instead of trying to copy the exact same little detail onto the next one, onto the other text, just right click on the one you've already done and just click copy layer style. And then just right click on the one that you don't have it and paste the layer style. And now that's perfect. And now it's set like that. But now there's this giant just like empty space right here. So what I'm going to do to fill in that is basically put in something like an emoji. I love doing emojis just because they're just so cool. And they're perfect space fillers. And I'm actually going to use this emoji because it's kind of like a question. Like, what did I just hit? Like, what? Like, I wonder what I just hit. So I'm going to throw that in. And it looks perfect. That looks just like that. That's great. That looks awesome. There's a couple more things you can do. Now the character. There's a couple more things you can do to the character. Like adding in light flashes. Light flashes are awesome. You use something called a camera flash. If you guys have ever used a camera, there's a camera flash. I got a PNG light flash off the internet. And basically I can make this a little, well, maybe a little smaller actually. Yeah, a little bit smaller probably. About, that's good, that's good. It's going to be right behind the guy, or the character. And then I'm going to press Control J, and that's just going to copy the layer a couple times. It'll make it a little bit brighter, so you're going to want to Control T it, and then just lower it down to make it a little bit of a bigger flash. I actually don't need this one. And then it's going to look like that. And then, actually, you know what? Control J it one more time, because I'm actually going to use it behind this layer. Right now it's in front, but I will move it behind. It's got to be pretty big, because this is a pretty big emoji. Find the emoji, put that all the way at the top. And voila, it looks just like that. If you would like, you can put the text in front of the light flashes. So hit can go in front of the light flashes if you want. I actually kind of like that better. So it'll look like that. It will be in front of the light flashes, but not in front of your cutout. So it'll look a little bit cleaner and sharper. Same with the what did I hit. I want that in front of the light too, but not in front of the character. Well, you know what? No. That one's actually good. This looks perfect. So this is basically how you can do this. If you can't afford Photoshop, I know you guys can probably find another way to get it, but yeah, if you guys want, I can do a free version, a free tutorial of this app called, or the thing called Paint.net. That's free, and I can show you guys how to do thumbnails in that. It's a little bit different, a little slight bit easier once you learn Paint.net, but it's basically the same thing as Photoshop, just Photoshop has millions more features. So yeah, I hope you guys remember to like, comment, and just smash that like button and the subscribe button. I really want to get up to 300 subs so that I can pop out the new setup video, because my setup is way better now. So I hope you guys enjoy. Remember to like, comment, and definitely subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Peace!
Talking bands, I got it. Benjamins in my pocket. I traded my truth for some robins, and he's playing Batman. Freddy's gonna rob him. Yeah. I got the Glock in my Robin. 17 shots.